Right? Hey, and welcome to the Stellar Sound Podcast. I'm your host, Justen Williams, and we are a European podcast with a Canadian host for this segment. At Stellar Podcast, we're going to discuss essentially everything music related, artists to how they do it, to their creative process, from humble beginnings to future endeavors. And ladies and gentlemen, this is my first time hosting, but it's all good because my guest is a first-time guest on this show, so we're learning the ropes together. And if you saw earlier, we had a little bit of technical difficulties. Sometimes technology is a little frugal in how it wants to behave. So you know what? The good old unplug, replug works 10 out of 10 times. And if it doesn't, get rid of it. That's what we had to do. Unplug and replug. Finally, we got it to work. If it doesn't work halfway through, that's your fault because we did ours. So ladies and gentlemen, today I am accompanied by one of the hottest guests on the face of this planet. Her music has been my background noise for when I'm writing since I found out about her. It's just something that kind of gets your mind into, gets it working, your teeth. You can listen to this music as you're in the shower, as you're driving, as you're writing, as you're flying. It doesn't matter what you do. If you're eating ice cream, why not? This music is sublime for anyone. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the one and only Gamma. Gamma, how you doing?
Thank you! Boo, 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 boo! Thank you! Well, that was the most amazing introduction that I ever had. So, thank you so much. I've never listened to myself while flying, but this is a very good idea. And definitely what we learned today was just like a confirmation of what we had as advice as 90s kids.
Yeah.
Just restart and everything goes fine.
Honestly, like yesterday I was so nervous for this podcast, so I sat down with one of our team members and we went through it. We did it. Solid 10 minutes. Start with you, and I'm like, what is going on? I was nervous and I was like, oh no, this is so unprofessional, but we got it. We got it.
It's alright. We were just waiting for this moment.
Exactly.
Right now.
The universe
And we're here now.
The universe was not prepared to have both of us share the same time.
I'm still not sure if it is, but
No, exactly. Honestly.
yeah. Okay, let's do it.
Let's do it, man. Let's just break into it, man. All right.
Yeah.
So let's start off from the beginning. From the
Yeah.
very, very beginning. Who are you and what do you do?
Alright, so I was born under the name Gloriya. So,
Ooh.
yeah, and I'm Bulgarian, as you already know,
Mhm.
not from Belarus, just to make the count. Then I was born on the coast of Bulgaria in a city called Kavarna.
Mm-hmm.
It's a city with a lot of caves and nice views, and it's just super cool there. I really miss it. And then when I was born into this world, I knew that I'm going to do something with music. Actually, my mom, she was pregnant with me while she was in academy for music.
Really?
And yeah, apparently, like, I was born with music in my blood, and I would listen to her play the piano while I was just napping or before sleep, and the music would touch me so much. I would like really cry out of happiness
Really?
from listening to it. Yeah, and then I remember the first time I played the piano.
Yeah.
I must have been like very, very little, maybe around 3,
Mhm.
and then I I got some chords, like a combination of sounds,
Mhm.
and then I was like, I remember this. I remember this from somewhere, like this combination of sounds. And then now I cannot remember it, but I remember that when I was a kid, I was so astonished,
Mhm.
and it's just music. It's in me. It's in my body. It's in my aura. And when I was growing up, I would play and sing in these concerts that my mom would make for like groups and choirs.
Damn.
So yeah, and I really enjoyed it. And then I started school, and then I really felt like I was an outsider. Like, what I really liked was music, arts, just nature.
Mhm.
And when I went to school, everything was about learning things and and just reading things that are not so interesting for me.
Right.
And I didn't feel all my place.
Right.
But then I found some pretty cool friends, and I think I fit in. But I always felt that there is that artist in me that's a little bit different from all the other people.
Hmm.
And I think this is Gamma. This is her, because this is a part of me, but it's not me always. If you see me working, in my day job, I'm not going to be the Gamma. But it comes out. It comes out in front of my audience.
Hmm.
It comes out when I'm creating music, when I'm writing lyrics, and when I'm composing. And it's just like a beam of light.
Hmm.
It's very special.
Perfect. And it's funny you mention that because growing up with music around you, you like essentially you become a product of your environment. So you mentioned that your mom played the piano when you were sleeping, and
Yeah,
studies have shown that when someone is pregnant with a child, they can understand and identify with sound immediately. Like it becomes one of the
yeah,
first things. Did she play while she was pregnant with you?
yeah. I believe so. She had to. Like she would have the exams.
Right.
So yeah, she was obligated to play.
And your father, does he play music?
No, he's just he loves music, but he never plays it himself. He's really into folklore music, like
Oh, okay.
things from my country.
Hmm.
Very very special music as well. I guess you've never heard anything like this before, but I'm gonna send you some links.
Please do.
It's our music is a combination of how can you say? It's a special way of singing.
Hmm.
It's you extract the voice, the sound, not from the throat, but like higher. So it's like the sound comes through a different shaped hole. How can I explain it? Yeah, it's just something unique that you have to hear.
Yeah.
But yeah, my dad loves music.
Perfect. I mean, if coming from a family of musical background makes it easier to kind of, tell them like, "Hey, I want to pursue music," versus like me.
Oh,
Yeah.
but that's a funny story because I
Oh.
hated playing the piano. I really hated it. Actually, my mom, she had to hire a teacher to teach me because I told her that I know it already and she cannot teach me anything. And the teacher, she would give me these things that I had to play,
Right.
and I would just know them by heart because she plays it for me at first,
Hmm.
and then I just make it again. So I play it, but from my memory, and I never look at the notes. So once she made the experiment to change the notes and play one thing but show me another, and I just played the same thing that she played. So notes, no, thank you, notes.
That is amazing. I wish I was that talented. Like I can't play music to save my life. We have a piano in the corner right here.
Yeah.
Dust. Just dust for days. My mom used to play, but then gave it up, and then I never took
Oh,
interest in it.
it's never too late. You can just learn some chords, or if this is a necessity for you, it's not for sure for everyone.
Yeah, if there's intent, obviously you're going to try to pursue it and try to make
Yeah,
it what it is in your own. But you had mentioned that your mother had played a song for you. What was the
yeah.
first song that you ever learned?
Um, yeah. I guess it's a Bulgarian song about the mother. So
Oh,
it's called Mila Moja Mamo, and it says like, My dear mom," and it's just a cute song.
it sounds cute.
Yeah, yeah, and I remember this. She would sing it for me, and I learned it, and it was cute. But then, yeah, I don't know. It has been a lot of music, so I cannot really determine which one was the first.
All right. Now, when you're going to record like a new song or just something in general, do
Yeah.
you warm up with a certain song?
It depends, because if I'm going to do some covers
Mm-hmm.
or just music that's not coming from me, I mean the lyrics,
Yeah.
it's a different process. So if I'm if I write the lyrics at the moment, it's like I don't touch the piano usually. So I'm just thinking about the topics that I would like to talk about
Mm-hmm.
in the song, and I just imagine strong, strong ideas that
Right.
would support the worth of the song.
Sure.
And I usually, if it has to be rhymed, I just think about the rhymes, but it's not like I am really pushing my brain to do anything. It just comes naturally, and it's usually yeah, inspired by something that happened in my life. So it's not just like yeah, randomly I'm just walking and I'm like, okay, I'm writing a song. So yeah, it's usually in my bedroom, or yeah, sometimes here in front of the piano, just playing with some random chords and just finding the four that I like at the moment. And I just write, and I write super quick. Like I just play a chord and I just write a full line,
Mm-hmm.
and then I take another chord and I write another line, and then I just sing it. It's like the harmony,
Mm-hmm.
the music. It just comes when I play.
That is
So
so
I don't
intriguing.
I don't think about it when I write the lyrics. It just comes.
I was gonna say, because when you had mentioned that you just don't walk down the street and write stuff. As a comedian, that's
No.
all I do. Like I'll walk around the town and I'll be like, "Oh, that's funny. Write that down."
Oh,
Like,
okay.
like I'm not
It's a
in my.
different thing.
It's interesting because like it's because we're both creative people, but with two different processes to like
Yeah.
create art, which is it's so unique to talk to another artist in a different way.
Definitely, but something here that reminded me of yeah, what you said. I think when you're writing rap or
Mm.
like a little bit more lyrics based
Yeah.
song, yeah, you're definitely inspired of things that you see while walking, or seeing things or
Mhm.
hearing things that people say, and you think that they're interesting or funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, I understand. But then I think in comedy, it's always inspired by life, because then people wouldn't laugh.
Exactly, and it's hard to. And well, it's with music too. Music itself, you have to find something that either like that emanates the times. Like if you listen to music back from the 1930s, what's up, Martin? Shout out to Martin.
Yeah, that's he's yeah, yeah. I'm listening.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So like, if you listen to music back in the 1930s,
Yeah,
before and after the Depression, at least in North America, you can like hear the difference, like the swing, the upbeat, and then after the Depression, it was like a lot of somber, sad stuff, and like attempt of
yeah.
growing. So I imagine that music that you write or that you compose definitely reflects your innermost feelings, surrounded by whatever's happening.
Yeah, definitely. But then it's not always like this, because, for example, think about the slaves. You know,
Mhm.
they live in a pretty shitty life, and they cannot make a decision for themselves. But then usually the songs that I've heard of, like, for example, yeah, even the Jews march,
Mhm.
or like the hymn, or just American music in the 40s or something like this. Yeah, it's like up a beat sometimes, just to compensate on the feelings that you have. So it's like I paid attention that very usually
Mhm.
songs that really sound happy and joyful, they're really deep and really sad.
Yes, I would agree. I would agree 100% with that, which is it's both fortunate and unfortunate at the same time,
Yeah.
because like inspiration comes from all walks and just all situations.
Or it could be that, like, if you're a musician, usually you're not also making your beat.
Mm.
So there is a person who makes the beat. So you have sad thoughts, you have like melancholia, you're in depression or something. So you just throw it on anything. So it can just be a very happy song, but then you just say what you think and how you feel.
I agree. Speaking of how you feel, do you have a preference for the piano that you play? For
Mm,
instance, the one in my room or in the basement is a Yamaha.
yeah. Well, I'm very happy with my piano. I can say it's a gift from my mom actually.
Ooh,
It
what
was
is
a
it?
surprise. Yeah. So mine is a Casio, and it's a digital piano, but then it really sounds acoustic,
Oh.
and I can actually connect it to also uh, to programs and
Mhm.
just use the sounds and use it as yeah, just like a MIDI keyboard.
Ooh.
But yeah, it's a pretty cool piano. Sadly, we couldn't connect it right now, so you could hear its beauty.
Mhm.
But I can guarantee that it's pretty cool. Um, for the model, I'm not really sure which number it is
Yeah.
or how much it costs, as it was a present. But I really love it, and actually, people that come here to jam with me, with us, actually, they say I want the same. So I think it's good.
Exactly. If you get over the public appeal, it's all golden.
Yeah, absolutely. But for me, it's very important that the keys are the same width
Right.
as the normal original piano. Because for example, here behind me, you see the new Arturia, the Keystep Pro,
Okay.
which yeah, the keys are just slightly thinner
Mhm.
than the original piano width.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is cool for like synths,
Mhm.
but then for something a little bit more classic, I would use the Casio.
I was gonna say that keyboard in the back has been lighting up the whole interview, and I am so
Yeah.
intrigued by it.
Yeah, it's an awesome thing. Yeah, we had actually two of them, the previous model, but then we got the new one, and it supports four um, what is it, synths. So you can make sequences and arpeggio super easy,
Mhm.
and it's amazing. If anyone is thinking about a keyboard, a MIDI keyboard that they want to buy, Arturia is the thing, and don't buy the Behringer copy of it.
You heard it here first. Now
Yeah.
we're gonna take a little bit of a nosedive. We're gonna switch from
All
music
right.
into something that you mentioned that you like to do off air, and that's paper collages.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, let's talk about
Actually,
that.
you're seeing two of them behind me, but now I'm gonna ask my assistant to help me by bringing my collages here.
To the
They're there.
forefront.
Yeah. So I love collages.
Yeah.
This love comes from my life in France. When I used to live there, I
Oh.
would make a lot of collages, and I would collect old books, usually
Mm.
vintage books. Now I do it as well here in the Netherlands. And I'm going to show you some of them if you would like.
I would love to, and so would the fans.
Let's start with, okay, for example, this one. This is one of the latest things I've done. So
Oh my lord!
yeah, so this is like a huge fish with some fishermen, and
Ooh.
basically this is a combination of a few books.
Mm.
Yeah, I will not explain too much. Here comes the church.
That's so sweet.
Um, yeah, there is some reflection. I'm
Mhm.
sorry, but that's life. And oh, here is one without a reflection. This is a funny one.
I love funny.
So this is like a lady just doing some exercise on a crab. Yeah.
What is the inspiration for that one?
Oh, like I'm just looking at the books. It takes a lot of time to sort all the images that I believe that they can fit together, and I cut them, and then I choose combinations, and then I plan it, and it's a longer process. but it's really cool. I love it.
It looks really good. I like
Thank
it.
you. Thank
Um,
you.
so
There is one funny again. If you would kindly, Martin, take it off. I just want to show it. The last one, yeah,
of course.
because this is a shark going in between some columns.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what a cute little shark.
So yeah, yeah, I like art overall, visual art as well. I'm sorry about this.
Yeah, so good.
In a matter of fact, I already mentioned that my work is more visually connected. So yeah, they're equally important for me.
I was gonna say, watching your music video. Oh my lord, that was visually captivating.
Yeah.
Yeah, at first when I was listening to it, I wasn't paying too much attention because I was writing my own jokes. I was just kind of listening to the music, and then
Yeah.
I looked up very briefly, and I was like, oh, I actually didn't realize there was a video attached to it. I thought it was just like a picture or something.
Yeah.
And then I started watching the video, and I was like, wow,
Yeah.
interesting.
Thank you.
Yeah, no
Thank you.
worries. It was definitely it's great audibly and it's great visually. It's just great all around.
This is a video that the gentleman behind me he shot it, and he's a very talented video maker.
He is, yeah.
Yeah, and also a rapper. Yeah, but we really enjoyed making things together, and he wants to get more experience as a video maker, and we just asked our friends to come and do it with us.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think the result is cool, and it's what I wanted it to be. Actually, we had to cancel it a few times because it was raining. It's the Netherlands, and yeah, but finally it worked out.
I was gonna say, and it worked out beautifully.
Thank you. And the model, my friend Elisa, I want to say shout out to her. She's really amazing, and she is beautiful and really patient.
Ah, well, show me your friends and I'll show you your future. You were very patient earlier with the whole hiccup of the.
Oh
production,
yeah,
so.
it's okay. It just work with clients. It made me amazingly patient.
Yeah, I mean, good things come to those who wait, but also fortune favors the bold. So.
For sure, this is my motto as well.
Exactly. Now,
Yeah.
it's funny you mentioned that because when I was in Germany in 2018, right? And
Yeah.
I was doing shows over there, but only once it rained there. For the most time, it was just like
Oh
bright and
really?
yeah.
Okay.
But I've been
And
told that it rains a lot.
was it like in July or?
It was in May. I went over in May.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm like,
Fair enough.
Is that non-rainy season? I don't really know European seasons too well, so.
Yeah, well, here in the Netherlands, it's just always a surprise, but in the same time, never a surprise. So, and for Germany, I'm not so sure. I haven't lived there, but the times when I've been there, yeah, it rained. So I think it's pretty similar. Just you were lucky, I guess.
Yeah, apparently. I was there for 3 weeks, one day of rain. I was like, oh.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
I don't know. Because I know England rains a lot, and England's really close to Germany, so.
Oh yeah, but not that close.
Yeah.
I think it's yeah. You just have like some how can I say some winds that determine what the climate is exactly, and basically UK is very close to the open ocean, so this makes it very humid.
Yes, you're very right. Speaking of being right, I noticed that you also were talking about singing bowls. I have no idea what those are. Please explain to me.
I have one next to me. I actually have more, but they're behind. Well, the singing bowls, they come from Asia.
Right.
Usually from Tibet, and they're handmade, and they're made of 7 different metals. They're just mixed inside.
Okay.
And this is a product of a very hard work of maybe 2,000 punches with a hammer until it makes the perfect sound. Maybe I can show you.
Do it.
So the different bowls give out a different sound and a different tune. But for example, I'm not sure if this one is gonna work.
It's camera shy.
So yeah, it's.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. What I want to show is more like that. You have two sounds in every bowl. So there is one deep sound and one higher sound. The deep sound comes out when you do this motion.
Okay.
But it's, yeah, how can I say? It's like everywhere around you, but then you cannot really hear it.
Oh, I think I heard a bit of it.
Okay, thank you. So, well, I can just talk about it, alright?
Yeah, it's all good. Do you use it for meditation?
I'm sorry?
Do you use it for meditation?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yeah. I use it for meditation. It really helps me ground myself, but this is not the only thing that I use for meditation. I also meditate without anything.
Really?
I also I use crystals as well. Yeah.
I know a few people use crystals.
Yeah, well, they're another world of the interesting stuff. I can speak about them maybe all day.
Well, I mean, we do have time, so if you want to, if you want to touch on some crystal talk, go ahead.
Yeah, what I can say is that, well, I'm not sure if we are going into the spiritual part of this conversation, if you're ready. But then maybe I shall ask you, what are your what is your opinion about spiritual things? So then I can continue with my talking.
I believe in spirits. I believe in, I believe in ghosts. I also believe in like spiritual nature, and what you give out is what you receive. So like,
yeah.
For instance, for like manifesting, right? Well, I'm huge into manifesting, and I try to manifest every day for like the goals I want in life. So I see that as also kind of relating hand in hand to crystals. Now, again, I'm not big in, like, I don't know much about crystals. I'm not against them. I just don't know enough about them to be judgy.
All right. So. But yeah, basically manifesting is what I do. And usually I would start the day off by just concentrating my energy and my thoughts and what I want to achieve into what are my goals for the day, in what I want to reduce in myself. Like, for example, something that I think is a bad feature in me as a person, or just working on it daily. And crystals, they really help with that, because they can enhance a feeling, an emotion, desire. It just helps you with placing it in a physical thing, because otherwise it's everywhere around you. But then these things are here on Earth for possibly millions of years. So they are really good at capturing energy and giving it out.
Okay, so it's kind of like almost like a battery, if you will. It holds some energy and then dissipates.
For me, it's like children, you just give them something and then they're gonna just reflect the same thing at some point. So it's just you're not really teaching them anything, but you're teaching yourself through them.
Okay, that's a very interesting perspective. I like that. So how many crystals do you have then?
I have probably 15 or something.
15.
Something like that.
Now, is that
and not all of them are like crystals from a shop or something. Some of them were given to me by people. Some of them I switched with people, like Pokemon.
Love it.
Yeah. Some of them I found. Some of them I found in the mountain on very special place, and they're all unique. for me, and they really do a great job. I feel that when I am connected to them, I'm a lot calmer. I'm a lot more patient, and I'm a lot more of what I want to be.
Hmm. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, kudos to you. You seem to be
Great.
doing well with them, so keep it up. I expect you to double
Thank
that.
you.
Next time I talk to you, I want you to have 30 crystals.
Oh yeah, it can happen next day. You know, it's I just have to buy them, but it's not the thing. It's more like you get them in a special time of your life when you need them. Because if you just buy all the crystals in the world,
Mhm.
it's again, it's a little bit overkill. So yeah. For me, it's all of them. They came when I needed them, when I was ready for them, and yeah, actually, some of them I still don't understand. But yeah, this is gonna come in the future, I guess.
Hey man, I'd love to do a follow up with you in like a year and see where you are with your crystal espionage.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm not getting. Okay, I need to say that I'm not like getting too crazy with it.
Yeah,
I'm not, spending 6 hours of my time in doing this. It's more like 15 minutes or so.
yeah,
So yeah, it's not the major thing in my life.
that's good. I mean, too much of anything is bad. So I mean,
Yeah,
if you were
true.
spending 6 hours on crystals, I would have been like,
Yeah,
okay, all right. I mean, sounds
yeah,
fair. Um,
definitely.
but so you had mentioned also that if we're gonna go back to Martin real quick about video making and that you
Yeah.
enjoy video making. Um, when it comes to video making itself, are you inspired by directors or is it kind of like
No,
your
I'm.
music?
Oh, you mean like filmography, like
It
things that are.
it doesn't have to be filmography. It could be just famous music directors like director X or something.
Mm, no, definitely not.
No, so
No, how can I say? I really restrict myself from being inspired by other things.
oh,
Yeah, I don't want to be
influenced.
inspired by something that's gonna shape me in a certain way that maybe is not the result that I'm looking for. I really accept that everyone is unique in
Hmm.
their own way, and what they're doing is their thing. But inspiration comes from myself, more
Right.
like.
Oh.
And yeah, okay, so when you're shooting a video, sometimes you have to look at references in terms of the colors, for
Hmm.
example, or just some culmination, like things that were done already.
Exactly.
But then I've watched a lot of movies through my life, and I have a vision of how I want it to be. So I actually like directing myself.
Oh.
So it's not like something that I just want to copy or something that I thought it was cool. So I just want to make the same thing. For me, it's like, okay, I have an inspiration and I want um, to to bring it to life.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
But this doesn't mean that I'm not inspired by other people,
Yeah.
just not in a way that I want them to shape me.
Hmm. That's fair. So when it came
Yeah,
to your music video, then
yeah.
how was that brought to be the way it was shot?
Well, so we used the Black Magic camera
Hmm.
with a big gimbal. I cannot give you the name right now, but then it was shot on two places.
Hmm.
That's cool to say because it's like part of my life.
Hmm.
Actually, the first part is 1 year, or no, maybe 2 years before the second part. So they're apart in time. So also the model, the girl, my friend, she also had grown, and all of this was connected to her as well in
Hmm.
a unique way. So this girl was my colleague
Hmm.
when I used to work in Hilversum in the Netherlands,
Okay.
and we shot the first part.
Hmm.
Actually, she shot it with Martin, and with the whole team of people, while I was working for her so she could go. I wasn't there, but
Right.
yeah, that was in our house. And then the other part, the place where she goes
Mhm.
on the beach, it's actually somewhere where she was born.
Oh.
She was born in that area, and I didn't know that when we were searching for the place. I didn't know it, and she went through a lot of shit in her life.
Oh.
That's what I can say. I don't think she would like me to say anything else, but she's super strong.
Yeah.
And the video, everything that happened through it, it has a very strong connection with her life as a timeline even. And she's very connected with the singing bowls as well. She went to Nepal where, for her mother to confirm a bowl maker. So there is a place where they make the bowls, but then before you buy them for Europe, you have to check if they're good quality, you know. So she went when she was younger, a few years ago, and she told me these amazing stories about Nepal, about Asia. I've never been there. And then the singing bowls part, it was also not communicated with her. It was all me. So
Oh.
when we really found out that there is a very straight connection between her and me and the video, it was just like a beautiful moment. This was when we were already by the beach. We were looking at the water, and we were just there, just hugging each other, and it was beautiful. So the video was, yeah, like a confirmation of something, of growth for
Right.
both of us.
Wow, that was deeper than I thought it would be. I thought you'd be like, yeah, we just had a friend come over and shot a few videos.
Oh no, sorry.
No, it's perfect, man. The more honest you are with your answer, the better it would be, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, and thank you for sharing everything from your friend. Again, no need to open up about that, but
No,
glad she's doing well. I hope she's doing well, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad she's doing well.
Yeah, she's.
Which is perfect. And if she's listening to this, shout out to whoever you are.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know where she's.
I'm glad you do.
She's very good. Yeah.
All right. Well, hopefully she gets to watch this.
I really think that also the video maybe help her understand some stuff about herself. Actually, I went to her, and I wanted to buy a bowl from her mom. So I went to her house. That's the most amazing house. Like, it's like in the movies. You just go in, and it's just another world, and it's full of bowls. There was one bowl that was maybe a diameter of 1 meter.
Oh my!
So huge.
Yeah.
You can go in, and yeah, it was amazing. And she had so many, and I had to listen to all of them to choose one, and I finally chose one. And she actually also chose one from these, my friend, and we both went out with new bowls.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to try this one day. Go up and visit this.
Yeah, you should. It's very, very nice. It just makes you so calm, but you definitely have to take more than one because they're on different tune levels. So it's like you have a low one, you have a middle one. Yeah, I think it's like 7, and they all correlate to your chakras, to your energy centers in your body.
Oh wow!
So it's like when you are making the sound with them, if you put in some water, the water is gonna start vibrating and just like making some weird shapes. It's super cool.
Oh my!
But this is what happens in your You have to check it online, like singing bowl water. You can just Google that.
Oh,
but it's just affecting your body, your cells, the water in you, and as you know, you're 90% water, so it's affecting all of you.
That's some deep stuff. I'm going on a spiritual guidance with you right now. Oh my lord!
Yeah.
Well, you seem passionate about it, which is great, and it's
Yeah, I am.
perfect.
Definitely. Yeah.
Now, also in your bio, you had mentioned that you were a visual merchandiser.
Yeah, that's true.
What is that? I've never heard of that term.
Yeah, well, um, so imagine that you're going in a store for clothes,
Right.
and then when you enter, the clothes are placed in a certain way. So they're not just dropped there. They're not on the ground. They're just placed. You have like a green thing, a white thing,
Sure.
a blue thing. So actually, believe it or not, this is a strategy, and it's made for you, and it's targeting you.
Oh,
So,
okay.
so it's like we are making strategies
Mhm.
on how can we visually present the product
Right.
to sell more.
Oh.
Yeah, and to give the customer that's coming in what they want, so they don't have to search for it. So, for example, if you're going to buy an outfit, it would be nice that everything that you need for the outfit is all together. So you just grab them, and you just go and you pay for it. So this is our job. So we're making outfits, we're making it look nice, dressing mannequins, making analysis on sales. It's pretty interesting. I love it.
God, I love that. My God.
Yeah.
Okay, so does that influence your music by chance? Just I don't know if it would, but if you're just like, hey, visual merchandising.
Actually, it's the opposite.
Oh
The
my.
thing is that my job is very connected to commerciality.
Mhm.
So I'm trying to sell. I'm trying to read the mind of the customer. I want to make it for the money. As for my music, it's definitely the opposite. Actually, I don't even want to popularize it so much. It's
Okay.
for me, it's just whoever finds it
Mhm.
needs it,
Right.
and we just are gonna have the connection. But it's not like I am trying to put myself in the vision of someone or in the ears of someone. So I definitely don't connect them. I put them very much apart. They're the two extremes of me.
Oh, lovely, lovely.
Yeah.
Now, just to backtrack a little bit, because I thought of something after we had left the conversation about the singing bowls.
Mhm.
Um, have you or would you plan on incorporating that in more music or a song coming up?
Why not? Martin already tried to
Okay.
sample it, but then yeah, it doesn't sound so good because the thing about the bowl is that when you're in a physical room and you use the bowl, the sound is, as I said, everywhere around you. Yeah, now you hear me saying that, but you cannot imagine it. It's like
Yeah.
coming from here and from here and from here and from here and from under, and it's inside you.
Right.
It's like your whole body, every cell of your body is getting a massage simultaneously.
Wow.
Yeah, it's very weird. And then it's like you feel how some certain need of a certain um, frequency is satisfied. And when this need is satisfied, you have to go to the next tune. So it's like you are just tuning your chakras. There are other things also to do that, like key to do it, but I don't use this yet. So yeah, it's very unexplainable. I'm sorry.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
Now you had mentioned also before that you're like country's music. We talked about it very, very
Yeah.
briefly in the beginning, but I want to kind of circle back to that real quick.
Yeah.
Tell us more about that, about in terms of like what it means to you, how it like I guess I don't want to say influence, maybe inspired in some degree.
Yeah, every time I hear it, I want to cry. It's
Oh
like
my lord.
it's really intimate. It's very special. And even though in my country, this music that's the folklore music, it's not that much loved. It's like it's something that's old fashioned maybe, and young people think they tend to think, maybe not anymore, I'm not sure, um, that this is a boring music and that this is annoying music. But I don't take it that way, especially as a person that lives out of the country. For me, it's very special and very cool. Well, the music itself, um, it has very interesting rhythms that are not usual for commercial music. So usually in a commercial music, you're gonna have like 4/4. So this is like something that's equal. Like each tact is equal to the next one.
Sure.
But in Bulgarian music, we have the 7/8, which is da, 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 da. So this is something that you don't really hear ever out of the country. Maybe, yeah, you hear it with our neighboring countries. Maybe you even hear it somewhere in Russia and the countries around there. It's kind of a Balkan thing, and especially Eastern Balkan thing. But it's a music that is talking about nature, about love, and about slavery.
Oh.
Yeah, we were in the Ottoman Empire, so we were slaves of it until 2 centuries ago, and this affected the music very much. So you would have these people that really lost everything, but then they kept the music, and it's sometimes like singing about, yeah, you are the love of my life, but there is that the Ottoman guy who wants to kill us, or that wants to take me, or it's just drama that's like life or death drama.
Yeah.
It's not like nowadays, and it's really touching, and also the way they sing it, it's super beautiful, and it's a technique that you don't hear usually. I would recommend you to hear the Mystery of the Bulgarian Voice. It's a choir.
Okay.
And it's traveling all around the world, and it's a famous thing. And I think that if you go live there, it's like your whole skin is going to be shivering, and you're going to be like somewhere traveling in space.
Ooh, well, if they come to Toronto, Ontario, I must go pay them a visit.
I think they might have been there already. Yeah, they traveled a lot.
Well, hopefully they make it.
But next time when
I would love to give that a whirl. So would you say Bulgarian music is one of your favorite genres, or?
Oh, definitely not. No, I don't say no. I don't say it because it's my favorite. I actually like. My favorite genre doesn't have a name yet.
Oh.
It's an experimental genre.
Ooh.
So it's like things that I listen to that I like, new artists that have crazy ideas. This is what I like. So it's not shaped yet,
Right.
because when you have a music movement or a genre, it's like you put a word to it. So it's okay. Rock is rock, pop is pop, indie is okay. It's just that thing that's indie. But what I listen to is more like, how can I say, electronic music combined with a little bit of new wave and just some very weird stuff.
Wow. Do you have an artist that you'd recommend our listeners to check out then?
There is a very cool artist that's actually from here, from the Netherlands. She's part Iranian, so this is also a hot topic. But then her name is Sevdaliza.
Okay.
And she is really interesting. She makes that music that's a a little bit hip hop, but in the same time, it's you cannot really compare it to anything. Maybe Martin can bring me a vinyl from hers. I have two of them.
Okay.
And yeah, actually, I'm into vinyls as well. I didn't write this in my bio.
So yo, vinyls are amazing.
So this is her newest vinyl. Just for all of you watching, it's she's called Sef de Lisa. I don't know if you guys can see this, but just go and listen to her. There is a song called "That Other Girl" that she became famous with, and maybe "Human" as well. And it's something that you don't listen to, you don't hear it very often. She
Right.
actually came to Bulgaria.
Oh.
She was in Sofia a few years ago, but I saw her live in Utrecht in the Netherlands.
Oh my lord.
And this is the other one. This is the first. It's a clear vinyl, so you can see
That's
through it.
beautiful.
And yeah, it's pretty cool.
Oh my god, that's like even the artwork on it's artistic. Oh my-
Yeah, exactly. Everything is.
Jesus.
You
Yeah.
should check her out.
I will have to. I'll probably text you after and be like, "Sorry, can you spell that for me?"
Yeah, I can show you another. Can we go on with some vinyls? Maybe I can just recommend some.
Yeah, go ahead. Sure.
Yep. I want to show the designer. Yeah. So there is that very weird artist. We found her on a music festival in Utrecht, the same one that we went to see Sef de Lisa.
Yeah.
And she was just singing and she was staring super weirdly at people. So it was like funny. But then her music, it was so different. It's
Right.
from another world.
Dang.
I will show you. Just Martin is taking some time to
It's
find
all
her.
good, Martin.
Her name is Aldous Harding, and she's from New Zealand.
I feel like I've heard that name.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
It's a black vinyl, Martin.
No pressure,
And
Martin.
yeah, I definitely recommend this one. That's her face. This is Aldous Harding.
Right.
And this is the front of the vinyl. It's called Designer.
Oh
And
my.
it just has these very funny and weird songs in it.
I must listen to that as well.
And a last one that I want to recommend maybe is the Old J. I'm a very big fan of Old J. I don't know if you know them. It's a band, American band.
Alt J.
Yeah, it's the most. Can you give it to me, Martin? It's just in front of you. Yeah, it is. But it's it's on your right. Yeah. There you go. It was right in front of him. But this is the vinyl, and these ones are actually colored.
Ooh.
This one is in blue, and the other one is in red. I love them.
Oh my god. And sorry, what's this band name?
Alt J. So
Alt
this
J.
is the command that you make a triangle on Mac. That you make a delta on Mac.
Oh.
But yeah, this is the point of their name. Yeah, they're super weird, and their lyrics don't make any sense. But this is what they're famous for. So I love this. Just anything that doesn't make sense is my favorite music. So.
I love it. I love things that don't make sense because you see they're trying to figure it out.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
That's beautiful. That's actually, it's funny. I grew up listening to Childish Gambino. And,
Oh, I've heard of him. Yeah.
oh my god, his lyrics are so deep. Like you can sit like listen to one song 12 times and be like, okay, there's still more to digest. Like he's just
But then
Yeah.
you grew up listening to him.
yeah, in like my college years, I should say. As, like, a
Okay, yeah,
young
because
teen.
I thought that it's a little bit later in time. No?
Yeah. No. Like it's when I first moved out, I would listen to music a lot just because take it with me.
Yeah.
Like and I would listen to all of his albums essentially almost daily, if not
Yeah.
daily. So he was like my go-to guy, and when I got to meet him live and shake his hand, I cried. Like I just wept like a child.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah. So
Oh,
he's just as cool as you think he is. He's
okay.
oh god. Like if I met you, I'd shake your hand. I'd probably cry.
Uh, okay. I'll be prepared with some
Oh,
napkins.
please do. Be like, he's Canadian. It's okay. And I'm like, I am. I apologize.
And I can give you an autograph on the t-shirt.
Please
Yeah,
do. Please do.
yeah,
Another thing I want to touch on real quick. You had talked about autobiographies. Are any of these
yeah,
music-related autobiographies?
yeah. Actually, Martin can help me again with this one. Yeah, it's an autobiography by Moby.
Mopi.
Uh, yeah, do you know him?
Yes.
Martin is tired. I just said leave him be. Okay, just do your thing. So Moby, he was famous in the 90s
Yeah.
with the music that he did, really strongly sample based,
Hmm.
and it's basically the same thing over and over again. I'm sorry, you're making sound. Can you please go to the other room? Thank
Sorry,
you.
Martin.
And so I'm sorry, I lost my thoughts.
Talking about Mopi, making sounds.
Yeah. So he met a lot of superstars in Hollywood
Yep.
from another perspective, and he had a lot of shit through his life, and I really found his biography very touching and very interesting, and it really made me listen to his music more deeply. Actually, he made uh, a collab with what was it with A$AP Rocky
Mhm.
very recently. Yeah, I recommend this if you don't know him.
Oh, I know
Moby.
A$AP Rocky very well. A$AP Rocky.
No,
A$AP
no,
Rocky.
Moby. Like
Oh yeah, yeah,
yeah, but this is like a musical biography that I read,
Mhm.
and others. I really like World War II biographies, like something from the war, something from the camps.
yeah.
Very heavy things. Yeah,
It
I like that.
is. Yeah, those are always fun, and I love how you can almost.
Fun. I'm not
Yeah,
sure
sorry,
about
I
the
shouldn't say.
choice of words.
Well, I shouldn't say fun. It's always interesting to learn about them, and that's what makes it
Yeah,
fun. It's like interesting, essentially, but also
yeah,
what kind of grew from that, right? Because
yeah,
there are artworks that came from that. There are musicians that survived. There are certain comedians that I've listened to that were Holocaust survivors.
yeah,
So it's something so dark and horrible could also stream something so beautiful, and it's
yeah.
it.
Well, in my opinion, it's just yeah, these people that survives. Yeah, maybe they do something beautiful, but overall, I think the whole picture is too dark to to make anything of it.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to go through that again. I wouldn't want the world to
Yeah,
have that. Yeah, definitely not.
even
But
though I believe we're just stepping in it.
I would. You know what? That is for a different podcast. That is
Yeah,
not.
yeah, definitely.
That
Yeah,
is not for this.
because on the questions there was the line of COVID-19, and I said no, I don't want to talk about this.
Yep.
But yeah, definitely, I feel from what I read that maybe yeah, you know what I mean.
Yep.
But let's go on. Let's go on.
The music.
Let's not get dark,
Of
okay?
course not. No, this is an upbeat
This is a
podcast.
positive place.
Exactly. Exactly. Right. And I took note. I was
Yeah,
like, I'm not going to ask anything like that related.
yeah,
So when we're talking about mental health for music,
yeah,
is there like let's so music moves people. Music is something you can get motivated whether at the gym and get that extra rep in,
yeah.
running, like sleeping or whatever it is. How important is music for your mental health, for Martin's mental health?
Well, I think this is the most important thing
Really?
in for mental health. Well, it's really because you you clean up yourself, like you clean your own mind by taking it out in a physical place. Like, okay, yeah, a song is not that physical because you just hear it, but it's still something that you cry out. So it's basically, instead of sitting in your room crying about how shitty your life is, you just make a song and you just sing it, and you just sometimes you forget how exactly you felt in the moment when you wrote the song, but sometimes later in time, maybe you can really reflect on yourself. So it's like, for example, if you have a mental problem, or if you're just troubled by things that are happening to you, or you're growing up in a negative surrounding or things like this, this is an output. So this is everything. It is connected to mental health. It's just sharing with your outer body, because it's like, yeah, what's inside of you, it's never actually touches your skin, or it never touches anyone. It just lives in you. They're your thoughts. This is your experience. This is your memories. This is you, the concept of you.
Right.
But then when you express how you feel, suddenly it's there. It's like it's existing. So it's not just in my thoughts, in my brain. So it makes it easier. It makes it like kind of like talking to you, like talking to another person. It's like just you're putting down the words and then you're reading them and you're like, oh, is this really how I feel?
Right. So it's very therapeutic.
Or maybe then 2 years later you're like, is this how I felt 2 years ago? So how much better I feel now? So this is really like kind of like a diary.
I guess it could be like a diary. Yeah.
Yeah, I hate diaries. I really hate them. They're so boring, and I'm really not good at writing them. Like I forget. That's the thing.
But you'd be good with music, so musical diaries, I guess.
Yeah, but yeah, definitely. Maybe that's why I'm reading biographies, because I'm so far from this. I really don't have the patience to write it. But yeah, I was reading the diaries of Anne Frank, and yeah, she had all the time in the world, but she is like.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I get
she
it.
could still do something else. So probably if it's me, I would be just sleeping or making music and not writing my diaries what happened today. Yeah.
Honestly, that's funny shit all the time in the world. That was good. I like that. Well, I mean,
you can use it. You can use it in your comedy.
I will definitely consider that.
And this is how you get fired.
Honestly, I've said worse.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So we've been talking for about an hour now.
Yeah.
So before we come this to a close, or bring this to a close, before we land this plane, I gotta ask, what's in store for Gamma? What's next on your list?
All right. So, well, first of all, I'm working on an EP together with Martin.
Okay.
So we actually have a video shot already. It's 90% done. Now we're doing the color correction, and it's pretty cool. We shot it when we were in Bulgaria.
Ooh.
And that was so much fun. We just called our friends again and some people that we didn't see for near, and we just shot the video. It was amazing. Just very positive energy. But then for me as an artist, I really would like to release more of the things that I do, because I really don't. I don't know why. It's like my music is so intimate for myself, is that I just think that maybe it's not worth it to share it, but I know it's not true. For me right now, I'm focused on I like jams. So now we we are meeting with our friends in our city
Mm-hmm.
here in the Netherlands, and there's some international people, and we just experiment together, all with different backgrounds, different instruments, different vibes. So it's super interesting, and this is cool for me right now. I really like to experiment with working with a lot of different people. This is actually something that we have as a task in a Stellar Sound Studio to develop a jam place and a jam thing overall. So um, hopefully this comes to an exciting thing. But then for what to expect from me, just weird music, like things that you probably have never heard of, and just something that you can listen to while you fly or while you read or just do anything. For me, it's like I don't know what kind of song am I gonna write tomorrow. Am I going to upload it or anything? I'm just with the flow, and definitely not for the money.
Exactly.
I don't give a
Poop.
anything. Yeah,
I
a
don't give
poop.
poop.
Yeah, I like. Yeah. Even though, yeah, I can say that for a musician that really wants to live on it, it's important. But at this stage of my life, music is something that I enjoy doing
Mm-hmm.
while I'm still working a day job.
Love it. How many songs do you write in a week?
Oh, that's not a lot. Like usually, I would write like maybe one song per month or something,
Yeah.
or it's possible that I can write three lyrics, like three songs for one day. It's like really, really fluid, and I have I have a list of topics that I want to talk about in my songs. It's a list of 29 topics
My lord.
so far. Yeah, and I have a lot of things to do. I have a lot of work to do. So I'm excited about it. And right now I'm just chilling and just enjoying the beauty of music and singing for people that come to our house. And this is really making me happy more than just recording songs for now.
Perfect. Well, when I come to the Netherlands, I'll have to sit down with you, Martin, have a cup of that nice tea you were talking about.
Of course, a Roy
Roy Boss.
Don't forget it.
Roy Boss.
Yeah.
Text me all that. And
All right, no problem.
Exactly. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our episode with Gamma. Gamma, where can our friends and followers find you on social media?
Well, they can find me on Facebook.
Yep.
There, I'm just Gamma in Latin and in Cyrillic, and they can find me as well on Instagram as gamma.mugutishi. And yeah, this is something I will not specify on, but I will just leave it somewhere, I guess, and you can just write down Gamma, and maybe you can just check Gravity. You can listen to my song on YouTube, and just be prepared for more.
All right, very excited. Again, shout out to Martin for helping us in the beginning.
Yeah.
And
He's here.
Martin, you want to say goodbye, Martin? You're basically part of this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not too tired for the camera.
Yeah, thank you so much for this, and I'm looking forward to the next year reflection
Exactly.
podcast.
I can't
That's
wait.
maybe where we can even extend the timing, because I have a lot of things to say to the world.
Of course. You know what? Next time it'll be in person. I'll go to Netherlands. We'll sit down. We'll just do it that way.
Yeah. Okay. But then I want to just complete this by saying to all of the people listening right now, if you enjoy listening to what I say, or if you want to hear me talk more often, just let me know somehow, and we can arrange it.
Ooh, look at that.
Yeah, because I don't do it usually. Like, I don't I was kind of like a mystery box person. Yeah. Like I didn't want to show too much of my personality or my face or just my life. But now I believe I'm ready for it.
Perfect. And we were glad to be the ones to help you show that light.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I will send you the cut.
Please do, please.
Yeah.
All right, Gamma, it was a pleasure. It was an honor talking to you, and I will see you later in the future.
Yes, sure. Thank you very much.
Goodbye, guys.
Bye. Thank you guys for listening to us.